welcome. What's up, guys? It's the Chelsea Rampman YouTube channel. This is my third fucking take, by the way. It's pissing me off. And basically today I'm going to talk about why a lot of young men like Fight Club and Peaky Blinders and all that stuff, right? This isn't really going to be overly personal. It's going to be maybe a little bit, but it's not going to be like over the top. The reason why... Oh, fucking hell. There we go. Yeah. I don't know why I did that look for. Anyway, let's see my ugly forehead. There we go, my fat ass forehead. I don't even have much of a forehead. I don't though, do I? Like, do you know what I mean? I'm balding a bit. Oh my god, I am balding. What the fuck? Hey, I mean, just give me some steroids. I look like Vin Diesel, I'll be fine, no problem. Yeah, a reason why I want to talk about this is because as I feel like I'm guessing as someone has a young man himself who makes videos, and the people that, I know someone who has watched my videos, right? Because I watch his videos. He'll probably watch mine, and I guess it's like brings up conversation, I guess, but I feel like I've been planning to do this. The reason why, anyway, but yeah, I think I've pretty much said what I've said. So we're going to go through Fight Club and look at the quotes and knows what they mean. So yeah, this is the first quote. God damn it, I see all this potential, I see it squandered. God damn it, a whole entire generation of pumping gas and waiting out tables, advertisements having us getting jobs that we hate so we buy shit that we don't need. We're the middle children in history, man. No place or purpose. There is no Great War, no Great Depression. What we're going through is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives. We were all raised up on telly to believe that, through advertising, believe that we would be rich and famous and that we'd be multimillionaires and rock stars. But we won't, and we're slow learning that fact, and we're all very, very, very pissed off. I mean, it's a pretty good quote. Like, you can't deny that. It is a good quote. Like, it's probably one of the best films for young men out there because it is anti-consumerism. Like, so many men think that if they get like the nicest Lamborghini or the nicest car, same fucking thing, or the nicest house, or, you know, the hottest girl, that all their life's problems are going to be solved. And it's like, most likely it isn't. Not exactly consumerism isn't good for the environment either. And as a bit environmentalist hippie, I'm very much against private jets and Lamborghinis and stuff. Although I do enjoy driving them on Forza Horizon, but that's besides the point. That's a video game, not real life. But yeah, like, you know, so much of our potential is squandered because we don't grow up on what we want to become. We grow up on what society wants us to become, what our families want us to become. And I feel like it's now more than ever now because society and social media and advertisements have this, you know, they shove so much, an algorithm shows so much like, you should be this, you should be that. If you get this, your life problems will disappear. You know, you'll get your dream partner, you'll get your dream car, you'll get your, you know, if you buy this nice house, this nice car, this nice watch, this, you know, if you buy Gucci shirts, even though you could literally just buy the exact same shirt from Primark. Primark's good, to be fair. You know, literally, you could do all this. You could literally, you don't need money. Like, money's all made up. It's all in our fucking heads because society has brought us up to be like that. All humans need is food, water, shelter, fire, and sex, and sleep. That's all. I mean, I'm not getting sex or sleep, so I'm definitely not getting my fulfillments fulfilled. Like, you know, there is a hierarchy of needs. You know what I mean? Not just for men, but for women as well. Women do need sex. It's hardly that women don't want sex. It's just a load of bollocks, really. And yeah, that quote means a lot. You know what I mean? It's basically saying that we've spent our whole life listening to advertisements and family and society basically lie to us about how we need to live this luxurious lifestyle. We need to become a doctor. We need to become a lawyer. That we can't be who we want to be. You know what I mean? And it is sad because it's true. Like, most men never ever feel their potential because they're not taught to, because they just don't have the motivation, because they're worried what people think about them. And the thing is, I have this problem. You know, I'm scared what people will think about me. You know, I like, do you know what I mean? I'm worried that if I get a job and I still had my insomnia and I had the dark circles underneath my eyes, people are going to start calling me ugly because I look tired all the time, or call me a zombie. Or I'm worried that if I talk to a girl and I date her, she won't date me because I have ugly teeth. I mean, that's not pretty. That's not going to get me girls. You know what I mean? I mean, if I've got enough money, I'll get braces because my teeth on my bottom jaw are wobbly anyway. Plus, it's getting worse. To be fair, like I noticed when I floss on my bottom jaw or my back teeth, they ache. I think it's because my wisdom teeth grew in incorrectly. So I need to probably get my wisdom teeth removed and get braces fitted in anyway. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. Regardless if I need them or not, I'm having them in because it's going to make me look more attractive. Not just that, but when you get braces done, it probably strengthens your jawline. So when your teeth are straight, you can chew properly and it can strengthen your jawline as well. Because I feel like, you know what I mean? I have quite a weak jawline. I have quite a weak chin. Um, Pretty much that is very true. You know what I mean? And again, with the next part, there is no great war, no Great Depression. What we're going through is spiritual. It's very true. Like everything, all our problems aren't externally. There's no wars. There's no wars. Homelessness is increasing, and at that time that film was made, there wasn't a rise in inflation, if I'm not mistaken. There is now, right? So we are I feel like with the rate things are going, we're heading towards a Great Depression. But I guess only time will tell. I mean, there is that narrative, isn't there? You owe nothing, you'll be happy. I could full well this video could get deleted after because YouTube is a bunch of sensitive pricks. But yeah, pretty much. Pretty much that's what's happened. You know what I mean? That is basically what's happened. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the problems in society are all in people's heads. Like I will have to admit, a lot of the issues are in my head. They're not really externally. I don't really live a difficult life per se. It's not like I'm getting abused. It's not like I'm getting sexually assaulted. It's not like, I've got family issues, but that's their problem. They started it, not me. I mean, all I did was say something stupid to my sister and I had to go. But anyway, that was last video. I need to put them in the dust. They don't deserve the attention. And that's basically what's happened. Is I feel like society and social media has made people, especially young men, feel worse about themselves, to the point where we have this desire to look a certain way, to act a certain way, to have a certain amount of money and to show off our possessions instead of actually be human and support each other and, you know what I mean? And be healthy, shall we say, which I'm definitely not because I'm not healthy. I'm fucking miserable. But yeah, that definitely is very true. We're definitely going through a spiritual war. And again, we were all raised on TV to think there would be which is very true. I thought when I was a teenager, if I was listening to all these alpha male YouTube channels, and I thought if I sitted a certain way or bought a certain did a skincare routine, I would become more attractive and I'd get all the girls. But that's just not how it works, man. That's just shitty social media brainwashing you. Literally, do you know what I mean? It doesn't do shit. I mean, I'm 21 and I did all that. I did that shit for 3 fucking years. I worked out at the gym. I worked out. I ate healthy as possible. I got a haircut. I didn't need to shave back then. I wore nicer clothes. I certainly wore a nicer jacket than the one that I'm currently wearing. And I did all those things. I showered more regularly. I took care of myself more. And guess what? Nothing happened because you need to do a lot more than just look a certain way to get, to get dates. I mean, how are you ever going to get girls if you don't approach them? That is kind of true. I did one of the comments on my last YouTube, well, my second YouTube video, said that, like just approach girls, you'll be fine. Now, when he said you're not bad looking, I thought, are you mental? I am ugly. I'm certainly not the ideal type that women want. It's just the most women want. Let's be fair. Like, let me have some surgery done on my teeth and my jawline, and then make me gain like 50 pounds of muscle. Make me grow a full beard and make me look macho as fuck. Then maybe I might be able to easily get a girl. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, we all raised to believe and we won't, and we're all getting very pissed off because of it, because we were lied to our whole lives. Instead of just accepting the way things were, we were lied to. So we got our hopes up and got our hopes ruined. But anyway, there's another quote saying, basically talking about who will they fight and things like that. And they say, I'd fight my dad and things like that. And again, you know, basically saying how their dad, you know, was a bit, you know, was a degenerate and he just slept around women, raised up different families. My dad wasn't that bad, but I was producing a sexual assault. My mum took me away from him, and by when I was 2 years old or just under, I think it was. And he then got with a woman who's my stepmom even now, and she abused me. My dad stuck up for her over me. And then when I got to teenager, I told I was being bullied, and he used to do boxing when he was my age now. And I thought, well, it's all you can teach me, right? Nothing. Didn't teach me anything. Didn't teach me how to fight. Nothing. Just told me to ignore them. So didn't even, just basically just emotionally neglected me pretty much throughout my teenage years. So then I started looking at alpha male YouTubers, and then obviously got to lockdown. Started looking at people like Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, people like that. After a while, I stopped watching them because I just thought these people kind of seem kind of toxic, because they kind of are, let's be honest. They make a lot of good points. The red pill, I think, in a lot of ways does hold a lot of truth, but it's very toxic at the same time. It's one of those things that it's good to watch, but it's not something that you need to be a part of, if that makes sense. Because I think it's important to listen to different opinions, isn't it? Let's be fair. It opens up your mind. Fortunately, most people are biased. But yeah, and you're saying we're a and he told me to get married, and so I can't get married. I'm a 30-year-old boy. We're a generation of men raised by women. I'm starting to think another woman is the answer we really need. He's not wrong though. You know what I mean? Like we are, no, so many men now are raised up by single mothers, and you know, 80% of male criminals, right, were raised up by single mothers. And yet we're constantly told, feminists are constantly telling a lot of young women, like my little sister, right? She's brainwashed by feminism. Feminism has brainwashed her because she lives in an all-girls school. It's only until recently, since she's been in sixth form, she started hanging out with other guys. And she literally said, I'd much rather date a man who's been brought up with a house full of women. And I was looking at her, I was like, you don't. You just don't. Look at me. Look at the way I raised up to be. Do you really want a man like me? Like, I'm not saying I want my sister, but you see the point they're making. Like, why would you want a degenerate loser like me? Like, why would you want that? Like, why? Like, why would you want that? Like, but then again, this is what women are raised up to be, and then they wonder why they get in toxic relationships, because they've been brainwashed their whole life by modern feminism and society, and telling them to go out with nice guys not nice guys, but how do I put this? Guys who are assholes who were raised up in single mother households and were a bunch of degenerates, instead of going out with actual, generally good men. So then who are raised properly to be actual men, not these little boys that go around and do stupid shit, like myself. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. And yeah, and like not having that father figure can lead men in very toxic directions. It can lead them to end up being a degenerate and not giving them any purpose in life, because women don't know how to deal with men. They don't. You know, men and women come from two different planets. Their brains don't work the exact same. Women get through emotion, men get through with action. If they're not taught that action part from a young age, it can affect them. Because I've never been told to taught action. You know what I mean? I've never been told that. I've been smothered up and coddled up by my mum's side of the family, telling me I'm autistic, I can't do this, I can't do that my whole entire life. So I've grown up with that fact that I'm just a victim and that life just fucks me over. I've almost like the family have given me the main character syndrome. I'm not saying it's all their fault, but it certainly is part of it. And yeah, and then obviously Peaky Blinders, which isn't really a lot to talk about. I think a lot of it's because like the characters, they all just like beat people up, and you know what I mean. It's just like, I think it's the old way of living. Like a lot of men miss that. You know what I mean? When everything was about marriage and family, and was now it's all just about materialism, and you know what I mean, and how many your body count and things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of a different world now, and a lot of young men haven't adapted to it very well. That's my only guess. I mean, to be fair, Peaky Blinders is entertaining to watch. I think a lot of it's just because of the violence in it, but I can't really make a guess. But with Fight Club, I definitely can, and I relate to a lot of those quotes in Fight Club, so it makes sense. I mean, has anyone watched Fight Club or like completely? Because I haven't. I've only seen the quotes. I've watched the season 1 of Peaky Blinders, and it was all right. But anyway, that's going to call it because I had to make my video shorter than 15 minutes. Otherwise, I had to put in my phone number, and I don't want that. So anyway, if you like, subscribe, yeah, leave a comment, and peace.